Alrighty, let's get started. Start looking for these. Corinthos. Caribou. Trying to get to 89 so I can keep up with the story. So we're gonna go do some dailies. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, cool. Recommendations? The toads, okay. Alright, it's right there, okay. Alright. What are you doing, little girl? Okay, let's go to Thavmir next. Dodge, roll. Alright. I wonder if my chocobo's leveled up yet. So close! Need another one. Alright. Okay, I need the Ufiti. Shroud of... Well, it could be anywhere. There we go. Pisaka? those things. Okay. Got that one. Problem mold. Bales of Bardian Turris. Tursis. Down there. Okie dokie. That's the Mark 1 builds. Automated bit, okay. Minerva. I need one more of those things. There we go. Alright, so next one. This is on the moon. Regolith. Great. What you moaning and groaning and growling about? Okay, got that one. She growling and a growling and a growling. She made a bus on my bed again. Okay. Do I still need to clean up around the port? Okay. Dynamite?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Y2A? There's your shouty out.
I'm gonna.
You know who'll
do it
be
as
the
soon as
one
I
to
say.
suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
They're gonna cut her balls off?
How's your day going? No, it's not. It has to do with being kicked out of the church. You're talking about castration. Trust me, I think you prefer excommunication over that. Alright. Really? That's as far as I got? Alright, trust system. Let's work on trust a little bit. Okay, I need people to stop logging in so I can get into what I want. I might be able to do this one. Let's see.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
Trying to hit 89 so I can keep questing. I never would have pegged him as a tank.
My way. my way. I have you. Fly through.
I see you opening.
I know, it's so lazy to make them do it for me. Oh, no.
I see you.
Alright.
Have a taste.
I'm not entirely useless.
Out of my way.
Hey, I want that trick.
Have at you.
I'm not entirely useless.
Have a
Dynamic Silk is cool. Which way am I going? To lower level? I already forgot which way I'm going. This way? Lower level, okay. I get turned around so easily. Uh-oh. I did go the wrong way. Oops.
My way.
Have a taste.
I'm not entirely useless.
Not entirely useless.
I see you opening.
You know, out of the Ascians, I think he was one of the kindest Hitheldeus. I really liked him.
Out of my way.
see you opening.
You son of a bitches. Oh, damn it. That's the damn thing I hate about AI. Let's just run away from the person with the yellow.
My way. I see you opening. Out of my way. I see you opening.
Have a taste.
I knew y'all were gonna do that. Owie. Yay, I hit 89. Thank you. As soon as I finish this dungeon, I can go questing again. Like, I went from 80 to 88, but I needed to be 89 to quest. I mean, that's still a lot of levels in a day.
I cannot let
This is my last one in the physical range DPS. And then I gotta start working on magical, and then these three. Eh. I try to work on one a day. took me 2 or 3 hours to clean out my glamour box, and I still have too much stuff in there. I got rid of all the tone gear because I can just easily replace that. Yeah, it was 800 out of 800. I had to make room. On the plus side, I got a lot of crystals out of it. Because when you break it down, you get a lot of crystals. I love it. My bags are full. Well, I gotta empty that out. Oops.
Have at you.
I have to leave in 2 hours, no matter what, because I gotta go do some work today. It's only for 3 or 4 hours, but money's money. Bills won't pay for themselves. I got all my dailies out of the way, though, so... How's your day doing, Dragon? Let me do you a shout out.
Oh my goodness. Gladius with a $4 donation. Goodness. Thank you very much, Gladius. That puts us to $120 of the $200.
I'm good, thank you.
That means we are $100 away from.
I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
You know, I didn't hate Van Daniel. He was just as much as a victim. I can't hate him. He loved life so much that when it was discarded, he couldn't handle it. So he kind of went batshit crazy. And then he ran into the same problem with the Emperor Zonde, you know. He found a leader that, you know, eventually he gave up on life too.
I see you.
You know, there's a lot of flashy little lights here. I'm just like, okay, it's glowing. I'm gonna just hit it. I think they refused to see why he was the way he was. There's actually very few characters I don't actually feel bad for, but for the most part, most of them, they are what they are because of something else. And people refuse to look at it that way. For Dola, for instance, she was actually a really good kid. Very sweet, asked a lot of questions. Then they killed her dad. All because he wanted to do what's best for his family and survive. But he got stoned to death. I mean, I don't blame her for turning on him. Suyu, for instance. She was sold by her own parents, beaten half to death almost every freaking day, and then she's sold to a freaking brothel. I mean, what the fuck do you expect to happen? You created, when I say you, I mean them, but they created the monsters, and then they wonder why they're monsters.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and gale, gather to me.
It still got me when the Suyu's dad's like, I don't want to die, but you were about to sell her back into prostitution. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Crap, I just died. I need to keep a better eye on those guys. If they're moving, I need to be moving with them. That's the one good thing about support is you're going to learn the mechanics. Because if you die, you start over. There is. There really is. And you know, Heidelin's like the one primal that didn't place people under her thrall. She never forced anybody to serve her.
Ancient wrath, unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my foe!
I'm about to get on the ship. I just needed to hit 89 before I can do it. I mean, I can easily just jump to a different class that's already able to do it, but I wasn't that far off from 89, so.
I'm not in my way.
Crap. This is much easier on a friggin' melee class.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and gale, gather to me! Ancient wrath, unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high, all is rain!
way.
Streams of ether! Surge is one!
Have at you!
Fall!
Try true.
Have a taste!
Man, there's a lot of mechanics here. And you know, you get very reliant on everybody else just rezzing you. I kind of like it this way. Learning the mechanics. I die? Oh, learn why I died. It's like no forgiveness. I almost wish Shadowkeeper had a support system. Let me learn that fight without... Ugh. If the whole group is like new to it, yeah, it's painful. Shit. Not sure what did that. Maybe I'm supposed to be facing the rock? My back? I don't know.
I require. Lust and gale, gather to me! Fall! Ancient brand, unleash your power!
I'm gonna give it one more shot. I don't have to finish it. I also know I'm under geared too.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and gale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Dancing wind, here's my foe! Stars on high, fall is rain!
Out of my way.
Oh, I get it. You have to be on the other side of the rock.
Out of my way.
I get it now. Okay, okay, I got it. Use the rock to shield you from the wind.
Streams of ether! Surge is one!
I'm so gonna die! Maybe?
I see you.
You know, this is a long way from AR dungeons where, yeah, you can just cheese it.
Tossing winds! Here's my foe!
Out of my way.
Stars on high! All is raised!
Ha! I figured it out. Yay! I only died how many times?
I'm not entirely useless.
You know, Emmett Sulk is not a bad Dark Knight. He's actually pretty good.
I'm not finished yet. Streams of ether! Surge is one!
How about you?
Out of my way.
Nice. Fourth time is a charm, I guess. Oh man, I got that little sliver left. Let me go get some gear to upgrade. I'm so under geared. I'm wearing like level 80 gear. And yeah. Okay. Actually, I should be fine. do have my 90 sets, so as soon as I hit 9 there... Alright, where are we going? Pick up this new quest. Sweet! Time to continue the story. I got an hour and a half. Friends gathered. Though delighted by your patronage, Tartaru is ready to send you on your way. I realize you still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself and that the others can as well. They said that they were returning to Baldessian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I suggest speaking with Kryle first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. Oh, oops, she was right there. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tartaru? It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fighting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Nostola, Dankred, and Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alize and Graha, meanwhile, though, their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Alphanode and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levier estate, though Estinian seems somewhat reluctant to go. Uh-oh. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Hey, Rad, how's it going? I think you're the only Aussie I know, but yeah, you're right. You're my favorite, because you're you. There's your shout-out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading to the last stand before you stole and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep.
I want to get underneath it. Come on. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna clip this.
Oh, you're welcome. Try as she might, Tartaru has no chance of standing between you and a hearty meal. Don't worry, we saved some for you. Has thou perchance had an opportunity to partake of the rainbow pudding? Owing to its striking flavor and somewhat garish appearance, it is quite popular, indeed so popular that the last stand stock hath been entirely exhausted. Should hope at the very least Puddingway did sup upon this most delectable of desserts. Knight, come to make our trio a quartet, have you? Please have a seat and we'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Tataru was finished. My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. That which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes.
I've been good. I gotta go to work in about an hour and a half.
Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
You've nothing left to prove, not to Ren nor Menphilia.
Is aught the matter? No, it's nothing. I just... Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
Well, you're not a ladies' man anymore.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies.
Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Since we're having a retrospective good time here, that means shit's about to hit the fucking fan and I'm gonna bawl my eyes out, start cussing, and probably throw my computer across the house. Is it about gonna go down like that? Because that's how this game is. It's like everything's good, I'm laughing, then I'm not gonna be laughing here soon.
In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change.
It's not so much a night shift, it's just my block is from like 6:30 to 9:30 or something like that. It's only 3 or 4 hour blocks, but I do have to travel like an hour and 10 minutes or so. And with rush hour traffic, I want to give myself some time to get through it.
With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
Oh, 6:30 to 10 o'clock tonight, yeah.
You know,
it's only
I never
3.5
really
hours.
Considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
What, you want to be an adventurer for once? Instead of a spy?
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Ah, you want to tag along with Thancred? See where this is going?
Aye. Well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you do.
he took that seriously.
What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
Ah, I wonder if she wants to go see
Should my
that
pursuits
kitty
prove
cat.
unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Ah, she wants to go see him. That tiger dude. I forgot his name.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
An adventure? For the sake of adventure, for once?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast?
She didn't get to answer. What the hell? Why does that question always get, like, canceled?
To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
Yep, it's gonna get emotional. Uh-huh. Well, Emmerich asked me the same question right before Alize ruined it all with being poisoned. It's not her fault, but still. Emmerich asked me the same question. What are you gonna do for yourself? Not as an adventurer, not as a warrior light. What are you gonna do for you? I never answered that question. Leaving so soon, I suppose, is for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Oriange, no thank you. And I dare say the others will welcome your company as well, if you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. What? Surely this isn't the first time you see me without my armor? Not that nicely dressed. Damn. Damn, he can really dress up.
Oh. What brings you here? Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
But you are a noble dummy.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been
Thank you.
delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today.
That is such a mature thing to say for a 17-year-old.
After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family.
Yep, and he lost his when he was just 12 years old.
Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
Nest, anyone do that to you?
To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
I don't know what to pick. I'll go with... I'm gonna be cheesy. I'll be counting on you. I'll leave it at that.
I know, and I won't let you down. Together, we'll show the enemy the strength of mortal will.
Oh man, it's gonna be gut-wrenching. I'm already feeling it. It's like foreshadowing something bad. Grah. You try speaking with Alice, but she is fast asleep. Oh Lord. How do they sleep like that? These two are together an awful lot. You know, I take that back. I used to sleep like that in the bleachers in the army, you know, when they had all those classes and range time. We'd be in the bleachers and somehow I'd fall asleep in the bleachers and not fall off.
Oh.
knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late.
Valazay knew that we were sitting
Unlike
there
you
looking
and
at them.
others,
She'd
I'm a
probably
few
give us an
steps
earful.
removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world.
My true love is in the dirt 6 feet under in the snows of Corythius. Thank you. You freaking killed him.
There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Is he snoring?
This feels familiar.
Yeah, Crystarium.
Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What are you... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
You did.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood?
I knew she was gonna do that!
Word. I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle. Oh.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just sitting here. Oh, I think I'm gonna fuck with him. It's a secret. They even got the same head nod going there. Head tilt. That is just cute. Gods, I didn't realize I was so tired. One moment I was resting my eyes and the next. I should go and get some air. Maybe a quick bout of training, but not sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Don't say it like that. Ow! Don't say it like that. That's enough reading for one day, as we don't know how long we'll be away. I best return these books before we depart. And eat. I'm absolutely famished. What about you? I already ate. I see. Perhaps I'll stop at the last stand on my way back. Nothing else, these two seem to be in good spirits. Still, I'll see them back to the annex for some proper rest, even if I have to drag them by the ears. Okay. I just want to get on my mount, but I forgot. No mount riding here. Welcome back. Return to catch a final few winks before embarking on your mission, I presume. You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. Pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on the final night before the big day. That night at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. That's Xenos. Man, he's taking the Piano Reaper pretty good.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Holy shit, he actually listened to her.
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I usually forget about you until they show you again. He's not that memorable until he comes back into the scene. The Day of Reckoning. Man, I feel like we just came to a funeral. What the hell? So quiet.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all. The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel.
Loporrits, that's how you say it. Loporrits, okay.
They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule.
To say they ain't scared is an understatement. This is a somber mood.
Upon arriving, Your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
You can count on it. Put my gear on. Alright. There it is. There we go. Alright. I think I'll do the rest as paladin. Unto the heavens, Ochika Sujika is ready to send you off with a smile. I suppose this is where we part ways, for now at least. Would that I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of Galaf Baldessian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them and their find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life, things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture into the sea of stars. Alright, where am I going? I will do those later. I'll do those after work. That is a lot of people. Oh yes, I know you. Your reputation and the rumor mill precedes you. At any rate, how might I help you? Okay. There's Alpha. And Omega. Man is said to fear what he does not know, yet you would venture unto the greatest of unknowns. Say to you, daughter of man, that you need not fear. So long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does he share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst the stars infinite. Pray you go forth and prove this bond of ours, tempered and tested, shall endure unbroken for 1,000 years. First the great Exodus, and now this, it seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleaners were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It's no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best, I can tell you that. I tell you, every man believes this is the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom. And if you don't, well, at least you won't get the earful. I certainly will. It's troubling enough that that brute Sickert left without warning, leaving me to carry all those cumbersome containers, but that he failed to be present to send you off is absurd. Who could possibly be more deserving of his attention at a time like this? It's called he's a pirate. It's no easy thing to say leave the star to us, but we must and we will. As proud members of the Scions, we have a duty to uphold, and we needn't do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the Rising Stones and hunted as traitors are a thing of the past. We have allies in abundance now. Which is to say, you needn't worry about us. Go forth in the knowledge that the Scions will labor without rest in your absence. Mistress Kryl tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasa and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I'm elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. I yet owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasha in our favor. Small though the effect may be, yes, so long as we have hope, there is a chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. We were quite fortunate that Lopri Hyper Hopper was based on principles similar to those of etherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existing systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlian's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we have ever studied. You are familiar with teleportation magics, yes? The momentary conversion of the body into ether that it may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. Their Hyper Hopper enables transport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an ethereal current of its own. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally occurring ones to which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that ethereal conversion of the physical form is not a prerequisite for traversal. If you are concerned about side effects such as ethereal sickness, you needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole in theory. At the very least, I can assure you it is safer than the experimental etherites you used to reach Radzahan. Mombrita has been on my mind more often of late. How different her life might have been if not for our research into teleportation magic. Perhaps she would never have gained an interest in etherological studies. But to abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be a disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her that we found the resolve to carry on, and now we stand at the edge of a new frontier, with the ship ready to bear you onto the distant stars and beyond. This arc is as much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. So this is the ship that will bear us unto Ultima Thule. That even Wilsford and Blowinda should be in attendance is most unexpected, but I am nonetheless heartened by their presence. For so many to see us off like this seems wholly unnecessary. Still, I'll not begrudge them for wishing us well. I feel like Apollo here. That space movie. This is the pinnacle of ether chemistry, a synthesis of modern innovation and the ancient wisdom of Outlook. The Ark's engine appears to be capable of processing condensed ether in quantities I never thought possible. I wasn't expecting quite so many people to be seeing us off. I'll send word to the Alliance leaders at the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? Then again, who wouldn't want to be present for a once-in-a-lifetime event? They said work on the Ark is finished, but you certainly wouldn't know by looking at it. Let us hear what Father has to say. The Ark is missing one last but very crucial component before we are ready to take off. It should be arriving shortly. What's missing? That's not something I want to hear.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
Oh, I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship.
Man, he sounds weird.
It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a Garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of starfaring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life.
Oh damn, he's finally acknowledging his daddy.
Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The Starship Ragnarok.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
I'm so confused and lost.
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. About fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Those created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner.
Oh, so if we don't want to enthrall people, you can't think it. Okay.
In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
That expression says it all.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way.
So he's a pirate in charge of beasties? I didn't see that coming.
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them.
Beam me up, Scotty! This truly
Be
is Star
safe,
Trek.
all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
You would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Can we replace the bunny with the snot bubble?
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
You can ask about them, but yes, it would be a spoiler. They're in Endwalker, that's all I'm gonna say.
As ready as we'll ever be.
I'm doing good, thank you. I'll let the ads finish for those that don't have it. I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. You know, it's better than being a gnome, I guess. Well, all of elves ain't that bad. They're just short. Anyway, on with the story.
Oh, come on. The burnt out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Have Alphino do the honors.
Me? But I...
No need to be coy, brother. Do it, and do it well.
If you all insist.
I mean, you're always in charge of everything else, so this is no different.
Onward unto the distant stars and beyond.
Okay, y'all so stole that from freaking... Y'all stole that from a couple shows.
Engage!
A lot of people like playing Makote. Toy Story, that's what I was thinking. Infinity and Beyond. Okay, I didn't know I started playing Star Trek here, you know? This is cool. That is one big ship. Better hope we not run. We better not. We better hope we don't run into any Klingons or something. Or the Borg. Don't remind me how old I am. Yeah, I saw it when it originally came out, so. I didn't like it. I'm not that fond of Toy Story. I just know it because my brother and sisters like to watch it a lot.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor.
That does not sound right.
Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice.
At least somebody's having fun.
Let us revel!
And the whale's just happy.
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
She sounds like the Thorthal. So the primals are going to work for us for a change. That's nice. Oh, damn.
Sleeping Ray? Report?
He's asleep still.
All's well. Fantastic, even.
Oh, oops.
Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats.
Oh, the paladin armor I just got? Yeah, I just picked it up, yeah.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution.
Oh no, don't skip, don't skip.
Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway.
That's where all of us started, though, Problem. We all had that same crappy-ass gear. The further along you get and the more stuff you unlock, the better the gear looks. Trust me. It didn't look too great at the beginning, but now it's starting to look really good. Actually spent 3 hours cleaning out my glamour chest.
She's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Hydaelyn believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit.
Wow, they already arrived in like 5 minutes of cutscenes? That doesn't sound good.
What is this? Something is interfering with the equipment.
That's not something I want to hear.
Greetings.
Oh, that's Meteon.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
I've been playing every day for the last year, so... But for some people, they get burnt out real easy.
So this is Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end.
Yeah, when it's supposed to.
Why choose to prolong your suffering?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Effort, ambition, love. They amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost.
stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident.
Oh, that girl right there? She's really bad news. You don't want nothing to do with her. She's the person we're coming to kill in the story. She's very bad.
Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
I can't breathe.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end, where those who yet valiantly cling to life can thrive.
Damn, Thancred, I'm impressed.
By the Fury.
Thancred?
Where is Thancred?
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Is this a dead star?
Oh.
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Oh, I recognize this song. Oh god, I do. I've heard this song a bunch of times on YouTube. If Metean should strike again with such overwhelming force, I honestly don't know how we are to oppose her. We were clearly no match for Metean, yet we survived unscathed, but how? It is as living one said, I can breathe well enough, but something about this place feels wrong. It's so dark I can barely see anything. Didst thou witness what became of Thancred? So quickly was I overcome by Metean's malevolence that I saw naught of their altercation. There is a dizzy and disorienting feeling about this place, as if I could lose my footing at any moment. We must be careful. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Trying to get as far as I can before I have to go to work. I can't guarantee it will be help in these strange sounds, but I've readied a revision note in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. A strange new world. Try as he might, Alpha Note can find no sign of Thancred. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely, I suspect, given the torpid, stale quality of the air. And never mind that, we must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of the ship. It seems as good a direction as any. Now, what happened to him? Try not to stray too far, lest we lose sight of one another. There are dragons here. Ruins, but of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place, a relic, an inscription, anything. The metallic pillar has been partially melted, likely sometime in the distant past. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately. Rather, it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. There is a structure here in front of me, yes, a tower of some sort, partially melted. In a strange twist of fate, it seems our perception of this place is not so different as it would be elsewhere. The world as I used to see it, it feels as though I am dreaming while awake. This is more than the faded memory Mentian led us to believe. Look here, this part is relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggested is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceive of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings, a poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, and still no trace of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. I felt it too when I was near that thing. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port aside we've yet to explore. Let us try searching there then. You mean to tell me they can't see the dragons? Knight, a word before we join the others. You see them too, don't you? The dragons? As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Miggersalmer and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Atheris? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? I love it when I just level up to exploring it.
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
What?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
Damn, didn't even hesitate.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter in its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Is he really dead? Or is she just fucking with our heads? Damn, what a damn yucky spot to end before going to work. I can do one more quest. What the friggers? Look there. Are those ghosts, do you think? My sight may have been restored after a fashion, but I fear what I see cannot be trusted. It's as if Metian herself has etched these images upon my heart. I doubt not that such a feat is within her power, given that she constructed this sanctuary herself. Surely mine eyes deceive me. This cannot be possible. Dragons, 'tis true they are not of our world, but to find them in a prison of despair. It seems these dragons have yet to succumb completely to the darkness of this place, meaning the others should see them as well.
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory.
I thought I already
of a
watched
world
this.
That once was a world suffering a slow death, whose denizens.
I thought I already watched this.
What?
It is.
I don't remember it getting disrupted.
These creatures.
Our friend...
How did it get disrupted?
Oh, yes. Huh, in like manner. Beginning with... Such a simple... Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call... the heart? Or perhaps the soul? In his final moment.
Yeah, I thought I hit complete. Or did I hit decline by accident? Might have hit decline. Okay, I'm a little confused. What's going on? Oh! Okay. Crap. Alright. I forgot about that. Alright, let's try this again. Thank you. And I gotta go to work, too. I don't wanna. Let's see if this works now. There we go. I want to at least do one more quest. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. Circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Metian. Estinian Knight, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. Would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Metion said these dragons are shadow and shade from a world whose Dizzyans sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean out my bags. I forgot about that. A visitor not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame? Oh, how we would adore thee, alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march onto oblivion. It's going good! How's it going? I'm about to go to work. I was trying to get at least one more quest in before I do. How's it going? If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence.
Their lots is 10.
Making progress.
Fucking serious now? Anyway,
well in the past, yieldeth not. Our desires meant little to our destiny less now. Yet regrets find me nevertheless. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength and body, we knew only love before they came. Mental monstrosities of black and silver, no bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat, never had we known such shame. Stilted now are the winds, though none could feel these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Ere the metal came, my kin were many and splendid, elegant worms like unto ripples on the water, worms possessed of limbs so powerful as to rend the land in twain. Worms I have long since forgotten, faces lost to the tides of time. How long have they been stuck like this? Drink not of this spring, tainted are its waters, and thy dainty form hath not the capacity to withstand it. Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor war, only watch and wait and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. On Knoll, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedies. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Aetheris. Maegor Somber's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Beatrice said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Yeah, it's that time of year for ants. They can be a pest. I should start treating the ground outside with ant poison. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Well, that's sad. A murky liquid has pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious feature is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. The egg appears to have been broken from the inside out, perhaps the dragonette which succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there's no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. You mean there's something that survived all this? That's kind of a scary thought. Want to kill the poor thing. The boisterous howling had been quieted by the hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon or something resembling one. I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs with Omnol are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In purest soil replete with ether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no few progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying into other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons decided contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still a stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. A test of will. The bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving Estinian to sigh with frustration. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. And now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Northeast. So it's up here somewhere. Oh, I didn't attune to it? Ooh, I can't believe I did that. What we got? Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Knight Astidian. For our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Lopri to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Metion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is we've no way forward. At present, if it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Metion's, but the dragons that holds us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on the island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what course do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Metion meant to unmake us then, and there are on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Metion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough mayhap to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart. Maybe one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. Alind, they call him in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Our pride is crushed and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. There's nothing left for our kind, our long lives, a curse as we wait the end, still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star? And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whether we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us, ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back! This is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
No, what the hell are you doing, Estinian? What the hell, man?
No! Not Estinian too!
This is a horrible place to leave off for work.
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
I almost want to skip work, but I can't. I think I'm wearing the right armor. It's black. I think I need to level my Dark Knight. I feel like being a Dark Knight right now. But I gotta go to work, so I'm gonna... Oh god, this is a horrible place to leave off. Because I won't be able to get back to it until I'm done with work tomorrow, too. Oh god. Alright, so... It's all good, but I need to go. I got it. The bills. I won't have a house or a car if I don't go, so... I'm gonna cry. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid out. And I'll see everybody after I'm done with work tomorrow. It's getting so damn good! Anyway, everybody have a good day. I'm gonna raid out as we're going into commercials anyway, so I'll see everybody tomorrow.